Okay, here. So we got my man Frank Martin versus my man's Gervonta Tank Davis. But before I get started, I want y'all to hear this fight hype. It was on Fight Hub or something. It was the interview, the post press conference. Check this out.
Excellent performance. Take care, guys. Yes, we want to thank Frank Farton for joining us, and obviously, what a
Frank Farton. Okay? I thought his name was Frank Martin, not Frank Farton. This guy here, I forgets his name.
class act.
Yeah, I forgets his name. Yeah, that took me out when I heard that. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, so let's get to the down to the nitty gritty here. Now, what do I think about the fight? I mean, I thought it was a great fight, real great undercard as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of upsets and whatnot. Frank Martin went in, doing lateral movement, sticking and moving, looking good and whatnot. Where did things go wrong and everything's? Well, first, I just want to point out, like I said, he was, sticking and moving, boxing well, okay? Looking like a trainer's dream. And, my first thought was, Gervonta does have a lot of ring rust, okay? So I'm thinking, this is why, Gervonta's starting slow. But then again, he does start slow most of the time, But, I was thinking, this may be Gervonta Davis's first upset or whatever, right? But where things went wrong and what I started to notice what Gervonta was doing, he started cutting off the ring. He started catching Frank Martin with the body shots, and hey, it all caught up to him. Okay, Frank Martin kept going back to the ropes and whatnot. Now that right there, in the beginning, that really wasn't Frank Martin that was doing that, voluntarily. It was because Gervonta Davis was cutting off the ring. You know what I'm saying? See, just moving around, you're not going to get away from your opponent all night long. Okay, with all that movement and plus the body shots, yeah, it's gonna catch up to you. Now, what Frank Martin, okay, what he wasn't doing, all right. Now, there are ways you can prevent from your opponent from cutting off the ring on you, okay, and what that is like you back into a corner. Okay, just like Frank Martin did. People was wondering why he was doing it. When I saw him back into the corner, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to pivot around Gervonta and put Gervonta into the corner. Okay, because that's how you do it. When you got somebody cutting you off. Okay, you back up into a corner, or you back up to a corner. When they come towards you, you go forward and then you step around him. All right. Actually, you're turning him around. You're switching places with him. And what you do once you conquer that, you start popping him with the jab. Okay. And when he starts to move, like let's say he try to move like right, left, you got to pop your jab wherever he's moving, up and down, up and down. Now he's trapped. Okay. Now, the only thing he has to do is come forward. What you have to do is back up, straight back. Okay, just step back, a few steps back. And when he come forward, you pop him again. Okay, and just, hit him with your power shot. Hit him while he's coming in. That's how you do it. That's how you prevent your opponent from cutting off the ring on you. And when I seen Frank Martin go, to the corner, I thought this is what he was doing. But no, he was just covering up and everything. So now, I noticed, my man, he had his moments, okay? Frank Martin had a lot of great moments in this fight. You know what I mean? Hitting Gervonta with shots. I thought, man, he might end up dropping Gervonta. Is he hurt? He looked like he was wobbling, but, he was okay. All right? Old dog's all right. But, no, that's not what he was doing. Okay, with Frank Martin going back with him, hey, all I can say, he put up a good fight. Okay, and for Derek James, for a guy who used to be a former boxer, what I just explained to you on how to prevent your opponent from cutting off the ring, he should know that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would think that because he's a former boxer. I always thought that former boxers would be the best trainers, but I don't know, man. And Derek James, well, I can't criticize the man. Hey, he had Frank Martin looking nice last night. Okay, he had him looking nice. I mean, Frank Martin, he may learn somewhere down the line on how to prevent his opponent from cutting off the ring on him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not going to bash Derek James. That was a good fight. And by the way, did y'all see the picture of Errol Spence standing next to Gervonta Davis? I wonder if they're going to say, should Frank Martin fire or step away from you know Errol Spence as his promoter because he took a picture with the guy who dominated him. Now, is he still with Mayweather? Gervonta, that is? I don't think so. I don't know. So we're going to just leave that one out. But anyways, man, what a great night of boxing. Plenty of upsets and everything. With, Gary Antron Russell, I might do a video on that, explain how I felt about that. But anyways, that's my take on this. This is CMD Boxing Reports, and I catch you guys on the next one.